Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 328 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. We are continuing our foray into or our exploration of No Nonsense November. Today is tip and tool number 22. We're talking about self-esteem, the importance of self-esteem, and journaling using guided templates to help us to improve our self-esteem. Now, I've tried and used a lot of different prompts and a lot of different journals. I was on Amazon yesterday because I was curious, and there's a book out now called 3,000 Questions About You. And of course, it's in my cart. I'll probably pick it up today because it's one of those things that I like to do. It just asks you all kinds of questions about yourself, and then you write little answers in the book. And I love books like that. I wrote the flip book, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe 14 years ago now. And it's a tool like that where it's just got prompts in it, and you ask yourself questions. Well, what does this mean to me? Because what it meant to me at the time when I wrote the book is totally different than probably what it even means to me right now. It's an idea too. We could use that as an annual challenge for next year, but we'll see. Not thinking about that right now. And of course, it's cold here, so the furnace just kicked in, and I didn't filter out that sound, so I apologize if it's not great quality today. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee, and let's talk about self-esteem and using guided templates. Self-esteem, of course, is the foundation of who we are and how we judge and feel about ourselves. And so anything we can do to enhance our self-esteem will give us better relationships. It'll give us better results. It'll help us to understand and know ourselves better and know what is for us and what isn't for us. So it enhances and helps our decision making. And actually, the better we feel about ourselves, the more we love ourselves, the more confident we are, the better we take care of ourselves, the better results we get in all areas and aspects of our life. And guided journaling is one of those things. It's just like any of these journals with sentences and words written in them and questions and sayings. They all get us thinking about things in a certain way. And I think from a personal growth standpoint, they're a great tool. And there's something you can just pick up and put down, especially when it comes to, like, there's a 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000 questions about me book. I think those are incredible things to fill out and leave as a legacy for your kids. And remember and remind them that it's just a snapshot in time that you answered those questions. Sometimes I keep a lot of journals, and I track a lot of stuff and write a lot of stuff down and do a lot of self-reflection, believe it or not. You can imagine what a crazy I'd be if I didn't. But we can go back and we can share lessons learned, and we can learn. And sometimes we can be a warning for our kids in certain areas and aspects of our life, because we're all human, and so we're none of us perfect in terms of how we respond, how we behave at any given time. But I think our purpose here is to learn from those times when we don't be the best possible version of ourselves, so we can be better next time. Just my opinion. So I want to read a couple of sample guided questions, just a few to get you thinking. You can easily just go online and Google or whatever search engine you use, ask for self-esteem guided journals or self-esteem guided journal template, however you want to phrase it. You will get literally dozens of or hundreds of pictures or thousands of pictures of examples of guided templates. A lot of them are the same. Somebody must have written one once, and then everybody else copied it and put their own graphics and things on it. So to me, I don't find those particularly helpful. If you're going to do them as a one-time thing, I built journaling into my daily planner. I still am an old-fashioned person that uses the handwritten. I use, online too for scheduling and things, but I also have a daily planner, and every day I capture, and part of it is journaling different areas and aspects of my life that are important to me, and goal tracking and things. So what are some questions that you might ask yourself today as part of a guided journey? And yesterday I made you go find a worksheet, so you don't have to do that today. You can just answer one of these questions and for yourself, right? This is for you. This whole challenge is for you to get to know yourself better. And self-esteem is one of those areas that we all fall on a spectrum of where we are, right? I'd say one thing I would ask myself before I even start journaling, if you haven't ever journaled before, is, and I ask myself this question all the time, even though I journal, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's my self-esteem at right now, right this very minute? 1 being not so hot, pretty poor, bad, don't have a very high opinion of myself, or 10, you're absolutely awesome. You know you're awesome. You also know you're human, so you're not perfect, but you're continually improving and every day doing something to become a better version of yourself. To me, those folks can give themselves a 10. Now, if you're a narcissist, you're going to give yourself a 10 no matter what, so it doesn't matter. You're probably not going to journal and self-reflect either. Okay, so what are some of these questions? What are 3 things that you're proud of today? 3 things that happened today that you're proud of. Maybe you held your temper. Maybe you didn't yell at the dog. Maybe you weren't frustrated or annoyed at the dog. Write about a challenge that you've overcome. This is a terrific one for capturing lessons learned and determining and pre-framing how you want to handle things in the future. Number 3, what do you love most about yourself? I'd love to hear your answers to that one. List compliments that you've received recently and how did they make you feel? Some people are terrific at accepting compliments. The vast majority of the people on the planet I have found are not so great at it. We negate it. We act like it isn't true. We get embarrassed by it, which is probably just the opposite response we want when we're building our self-esteem. We want to accept compliments graciously and thank the person for noticing. Number 5, who inspires you and why? I'd love to hear this one from people too. Number 6, write about a moment when you felt truly confident. That's a good one too. We can relive moments where we felt high self-esteem and confident and then bring those into the future with us. When we're in a situation that we might be a little nervous about, we can remember how we handled a past situation and bring that forward with us. And then finally, number 7, what steps can you take today to nurture your self-esteem? What is one thing or a couple of steps? And I'll give you some examples here, because of course I always have advice on what things we can do to create the results that we want. There's lots of myths about self-esteem. Some people believe that self-esteem is arrogant or egotistical, or if you take care of yourself first, then you're selfish. Absolute poppycock. I do like popcorn. Can't even say that. But it's just not true. And if you want, you could look up, false beliefs about self-esteem and self-confidence. But I like to focus on the positive, not the negative. So try to incorporate some of these practices and habits into your future in order to enhance your self-esteem. Number 1, practice gratitude. Yes, we've talked about gratitude because it is huge. Speak kindly to yourself. Instead of having that negative voice that beats you up, oh, that was stupid. How did I make that mistake? Maybe cheer yourself on. Well, you figured out that problem. You are a problem solver. Awesome. Good job. So speak kindly to yourself. Set boundaries. Lots of us have a hard time setting boundaries. Pursue things that you're passionate about that bring you joy and happiness and create the feelings and the experiences in your life that you want. And then surround yourself with positivity. I guess in this day and age, I'm surprised that, and when I was younger, I didn't know either, so I shouldn't be surprised, but at how many people expect to live a positive life, feel good about themselves, and have high self-esteem, yet are surrounded by or feeding themselves negative garbage for hours every single day. By negative garbage, I would mean watching the news. The news is nothing you can control, and it is framed in the negative to manipulate and manage us, right? And get us to believe things that usually aren't even true. It's just a perspective. I like to think of the news as absolute positive entertainment, because that's what it is. It's like watching Netflix or Hulu or Prime, Amazon Prime, or any flowing streaming TV system. It is for sheer mind-numbing entertainment. And if you treat it as such and not let it into your psyche, you'd be fine in small doses. But if you feed your brain 24/7 or even a couple hours a day that kind of negativity, if you read negative things, if you go online and just read negative posts because that's what you're seeing in your stream, there's a reason you're seeing that in your stream, by the way, and you have control over that. That's what you're going to get. You're going to find that your thinking is jaded. And I didn't used to think this. I thought I was filtering it better, but I started to notice in the morning when I got up, if I'd watched something the day before, or even if it was like a crime show or something, or a documentary, I wake up and thoughts about that are in my head in the morning. And I'm like, that is a powerful example of why I need to pay attention to what I'm watching, what I'm reading, who I'm listening to, who I'm following, why I'm spending time on certain things, why certain things are getting my attention, etc. So today, find at least one guided self-esteem related question and answer that for yourself. You can just put done in the comments below. We've got Katrina's story of using the self-esteem journal templates and how it had impacted her life, of course, in Guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge. Private Facebook group page. I can finally say that. It's almost the end of the year and I can finally get that out of my mouth without stumbling. If I can help you in any way, you know what to do. Ask. Just ask. Go to the page. Send me a message, ask, comment under any video, and I will see it and make sure you get your questions answered. Otherwise, you can always Voxer me. Have an awesome day, and of course, be with you tomorrow.